Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Buying and Selling in Free-to-Play Runescape. So last episode we ended up with about 127k, and yeah, we're going to see where we can go from here. So we're going to start off by just checking our history here. We did a couple great flips with adamant plate bodies, like those are awesome. So we're going to continue trying to do a couple more of those, and pick a couple new items going forward. But yeah, we're going to start with the adamant plate legs, just because they had such a massive margin. I mean, each one we sold last episode, we were making about 15k at least. So we're going to go buy 10 more of those. And we're going to try to sell our shears, which seem kind of stupid now. But yeah, and then we're just going to find another item to put in here. So for any of you who watched episode 1, I'm glad you tuned in. You may have noticed my mic is pretty awful, and it's because I found in my closet. I had to duct tape it together. I originally bought it at Walmart just because it lit up. So obviously you can tell by that the mic should not be too good. But yeah, we're going to mess around with the settings, because I noticed the audio was a bit low in that last episode. So we're just going to wait for these adamant plate bodies to buy. I really do not care about the shears, but we're just going to find one more item to put in there, and I will be right back. Alright, so we managed to buy 8 of the adamant plate legs G, and we already sold 5 of them. So we bought them all for about 83k. Well, not quite, because we didn't buy them all. But we did sell 5 of them for 20k, so that's 100k right there. Plus, we still have the 3 left over, which we're going to try to sell for 20k each as well. So each one, we're making 12, 13k, so still that's very, very good for free-to-play items. So yeah, we're going to put that in offer in, and then we're going to try another one. We're going to try the mithril plate legs G this time. For any of you wondering, I did check the margin ahead of time. I'm not just totally guessing, but at the same time, not 100% sure they're going to buy for this price. So it's always kind of a surprise when they do. And yeah, so we're going to just fill the offer slot. So we're going to try put another offer for adamant plate legs, just because they've been doing so well. And we're going to try to sell off the last 3 we have already. So yeah, we'll just wait a couple hours, and we'll see how many of these have bought. We'll get rid of the shears offer, because it's kind of redundant now. Yeah, so I'll be back when a couple of these have bought and sold. Alright, so we managed to buy 8 of the mithril plate legs. So we bought the 8 for about 8k, I think? Yeah, 8k, and we sold them for 14k each. Yeah, it was really quick. So 6k profit on each one, making about 40, 50k on the mithril plate legs. We sold the 3 adamant plate legs we had already, so that's another 12, 13k on each one of those. And on top of that, we actually bought 12 more of the adamant plate legs, so we're just going to sell them back for 20k. Why not? I mean, we're just prepared for me to run this item into the ground, so we'll just keep doing that. So if those sold, we'll get about 240k out of that, making about 150k. I mean, that's so crazy for how small a cash stack I have. So these trimmed pieces of armor have been great. So coming up here, you might notice that I checked the margin just manually. It's because it's not always accurate on the OS Buddy exchange, and I just wanted to see, because these don't buy and sell that frequently. So I checked it, and I did lose 12k checking it. So we'll have to buy at least a couple of these to get my money back. So it's a bit of a gamble, but I think it's going to pay off for this one, because there's 3,500 per piece, and it's a little crazy. I'm not going to buy 50 of these, but you get the idea. I will make my money back and more just by checking accurately, because otherwise I may have put in 8 or 7 or 9k, which I would have been realistically losing some of my profit there. So it's probably going to work in this case. So yeah, I will just check back when some of these have bought. Okay, so the margins unfortunately crashed on both the plate legs that I were buying, which is not too bad actually in the grand scheme of things. I did actually lose a clip here, so I'm just going to piece this together for you. So we did manage to buy some of the mithril plate legs, about 8 of them, and we did sell a couple of them back for a pretty hefty profit of about 6 or 7k each. Unfortunately, on the adamant plate legs, we actually lost a bit of money, about a 1k loss on each one. That being said, the margin's so low now. It was 3,000 or 4,000 that I could buy them for. So we will hopefully still make some money on this item. It's just changed. So this would be a good opportunity to buy some, and I probably will. I just want to sell off the items I have just to see how much cash I have to work with. So I'll just check back in on when these have sold. Okay, so we have a couple offers still going here. We're still flipping the mithril plate legs for a solid chunk of cash, 7 or 8k in each one, so we're going to keep that going. One thing I missed to record was the adamant plate legs I had left. I did sell for 6k each, so I had to lower it a little bit more. Probably ended up breaking even on that item, because you may have noticed on the other clip I actually managed to buy one for just 2,100. So we'll probably broke even, but we're going to leave it for a little while. We're just going to buy a couple of these blue wizard hats. In the meantime, just to have our offer slots filled. I don't think this is going to be very good. So we sold off our mithril plate legs. We had to reduce the selling price, because it did drop again, so we reduced it to about 8k. So we were going to make about, on the whole transaction of 15 plate legs, we'll make about 30, 40k, which is still really good. Still can't complain too much. In the meantime, I did try buying and selling some pure essence, which is pretty safe, but it does take a long time. Like, the buy-in limit is, I think, 20,000, and it can take the entire day to buy and sell the full amount. So it's kind of debatable if it's worth it. I'm just going to be leaving for a day or two, so it might be worth it just to keep the offer in there, because it's consistent and safe. And on top of that, we also bought some mithril full helm G's, just to give them a shot. We're hoping to make about 10k on each one of those, and we'll just leave that in while we're gone. So we're going to buy I think we're going to buy 20,000 pure essence, and flip them for 1 GP on each one. So that'll be about 20k we'll make on the pure essence, 20k hopefully we'll make it on the full helms, and we'll just find one more item to put in here. It takes me a little while to find one just because my two go-to items have crashed a bit. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to check OS Buddy for kind of the lowest selling rate they've been going for in the last little while. This is just so that when I'm away for my one-day vacation, I won't buy them at a higher price than they normally are at. So what we're going to do is just bring up OS Buddy, put in adamant plate legs G. Now, I should have probably looked back at the quarter, but I just looked back at the month. So you can see it was highest, it was around 15, 16k, and on average it's around 7 to 8,000, and you can actually see pretty accurately what the buy price is in the top corner there. So we're going to put in a price of about 7,700. We'll leave it in, so now if it does buy, we'll most likely be able to sell it for more. If we just checked it and for say it came up with like 12k or something, and we just left it in, it could very well have gone down as easily it could have gone up. So it would have been a lot riskier. So we might not buy any at this price point, but we might as well try. It's just time wasted otherwise. So I will be checking back on these flips in about 24 hours. Alright, so we've sold the mithril full helm for about 10k profit on each one, so 20k there. The pure essences, we've managed to buy and sell them all, 1 GP profit on each essence, so 20k on that. And we're just kind of working on selling off these adamant plate legs. I'm probably going to make 4k on these ones, but unfortunately the margin has lowered a bit on those, but that's okay. So we're going to just try to sell these off, but I think that's where we're going to end the episode. I'm going to try to keep this one a little bit shorter, between maybe 8 and 9 minutes instead of like 14. Yeah, so after we've sold everything, these should go for about 7k each, so another 50 or something k there. We should have about 375k, so we're doing quite well, and I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. And so I actually have some more clips already that I'm going to put in the next episode, so it shouldn't take too long for the next one. And yeah, hopefully we can get up to 1 mil pretty soon. Alright, well, I'll see you guys next time.